Yo, welcome back to the house in Fata Morgana. Last time we continued the third story, we saw a flashback of when the white-haired girl and Jacopo first met, where Jacopo was being kind of nice and he gave her a... what did she call it? A Ferricus wheel or something? It's a thing that you spin and it shows an animation. It was like of two people dancing. And there was a lot of subtext, I think, there. Then we went back to the present. Jacopo fucking tore down the rose garden because the white-haired girl gave him a rose from there. That really pissed him off. And now the white-haired girl got caught dancing with Maria, the maid, and he's really mad at that. I also spent a lot of time speculating about where the story is going to go and what the twist is going to be if there is one. Maybe we'll see if I'm right this time, or maybe next time, but maybe this time. We'll see. Let's continue. She did nothing whatsoever wrong. She deserved none of the ridicule he showered her with. However, she was not a strong-willed woman. She did not have the courage to retort to the man yelling at her, and neither did Maria, it seemed. Without another word, they both scrambled out of the great hall, away from Jacopo. The white-haired girl was a painfully miserable sight to behold. The cheer had drained from her spirit, and the rosy hue from her now pale cheeks. She was hunched forward slightly, looking like a small, scared animal. Say, I'm sorry, this is all my fault. It kinda is. If I hadn't asked you to dance, and me bringing the perfume only made things worse. Look, you need not feel bad about anything, Maria. How about the fact that you told her that he was out of the mansion tonight, and he wasn't? Everything you did was with my best interest at heart, was it? The ... is suspicious, so don't worry. I will be fine. So, madam, I'll clear everything up. I really am to blame after all. He wouldn't even give you the time of day if you tried. He's a stubborn little shit when he's mad. Are you allowed to say that? I'll talk to him. He's more likely to listen to me, a maid, than his wife. I'll make sure he knows he was jumping to conclusions, that I'm the one who dragged you out there to dance. And also that I forced you to wear the perfume. I'll clear everything up, okay? So please, you cheer up. It would be best if I could tell him myself. But yes, you are right. He would likely not listen to me. He rarely ever listens to me. I should be ashamed. I cannot even hold a simple conversation with my own husband. These things happen, you know? It's not easy being married. In a lot of ways. Yes, you're right. I apologize for having you do something so unpleasant, but I would appreciate that. Oh, no problem. I'm happy to. No need to apologize. I've got this. I'll dunk his head in cold water until he's not blowing steam from his ears anymore. I'll cool him down, promise. And you never know, maybe he'll be open to listening. You could be back to the way you were a year ago in no time. It was only a year ago? I thought it was more than that. Don't you worry, I'll take care of it, madam. Be positive, you look so much better with a smile on your face. Alright. Thank you. I doubted Jacopo would listen, even coming from Maria, and I imagine the white-haired girl felt much the same way. However, she grabbed onto that sliver of hope. She let herself dream. She let herself believe, even just faintly, that everything would go well. Such is human nature. When uncertainty has you in its clutches, you grasp at whatever hope you can find to keep yourself afloat. That night she did not sleep. She was afraid that even in her dreams, Jacopo would be shouting at her. She felt as though her memories of a year prior were beginning to crumble away. Man, I guess I should have kept going for 2 more minutes last time. That would have been a good stopping point. But the title changed. Whatever. The title changed again. The next morning, Jacopo stood alone in the den by the billiards table. I love this song. He appeared to be rather agitated. His face was twisted into a frown, his pointer finger tapping restlessly against the hard surface of the table. That's the second time I think they said pointer finger. I assume that means index finger, but I've never heard it being referred to in that way before. Evidently no longer able to stay in one place, he paced a circle around the table, then swiped up a rack in a queue, setting up a game of 9-ball. I am not intimately familiar with the ways by which men entertain themselves, but in truth I was bewitched by the sight of him leaning over the table. When you say men, do you mean men as in opposed to women, or do you mean men as in the human race? It almost seemed as though a steel rod ran straight from his shoulder to the tip of his outstretched finger, upon which the cue was secured by another finger looped over it. With a smooth flowing motion, he thrust the cue forward slightly, pulling it back and repeating the process once more, before ramming it into the cue ball, sending it rolling into the diamond of colored balls. A chorus of clicks and clacks emanated from the center of the room. Balls collided with one another and ricocheted off the cushioned walls, a few landing in a pocket situated around the edge of the table. Jacopo appeared to have accomplished this with little trouble, but I imagine merely striking the cue ball with a stick would be rather difficult for someone inexperienced. But despite his accomplishment, it seemed to only exacerbate his agitation. Lousy positioning, he muttered, though I hadn't the faintest idea what he was talking about. I don't either. What should have been a game for his enjoyment, he went about with a constant look of exasperation. I suspect he was using it as a way to blow off steam. I guess she didn't cool his head in water, and as a result, tension in the air was palpable. I felt it would be improper to intrude upon him, even considering my distaste for the man. There was an undeniable beauty in every motion he made, every perfectly audible clack of billiard balls bouncing off one another. It was an enchanting sight. But then, someone without the slightest regard or appreciation for beauty came marching in with a hammer to shatter it like glass. Gotta say, that was pretty impressive. A man leaned against the frame of the open door. He was neither a resident nor worker of the mansion. The man's face was covered in scraggly stubble, his body draped in grim, caked garments. His eyes were sunken so deep it was as though I was looking at a fleshless skull, but there was a feral glimmer in them. Needless to say, he was not prim and proper. How long have you been there? Not long, but man, I can't help laughing. Tommaso. Tomato? Tomato, tomato. You were completely in your own world there. What do you want, and why didn't you send a maid for me? Don't be such a hard ass. Bring strangers, man. Why should family have to go through the maids to see you? That just ain't right, brother. Your door should always be open for family. Not a twin brother, right? Just a brother. Surely not a twin brother. Enough. I'm not your family. We're bound by something even stronger than blood. Okay, never mind. By our family, or Casca. Don't you only ever bring up the Casca when it's in your interest. Casca, Italian meaning. Gang. A clan or crime family. Okay. Ooh, scary. Come on now, what happened to you, little Jack? Where'd the little boy who used to call me Uncle Tommy go? Don't you dare use that godforsaken name. Get the hell out of my sight. What in God's name are you doing here? The man hailed from the same country as Jacopo. They had a peculiar relationship. They were not blood related. He referred to Jacopo as family. They came from a sunny island in the Mediterranean Sea, a place of many unique customs, and an entire underground society. I assume this is Sicily. Casca was a word that originated from and referred to those underworld families. It would be another 30 or so years before organizations like theirs received much public attention. At the time, they were not widely known. Just a short step into the future, and they would grow so powerful the very mention of them would send a chill through the room. Hey, now that's no way to talk to a fellow Berzati. You're on the shortlist to become the next Capo Famiglia. We respect your brothers. That's how we operate. I could go home and say you threw me out of your house. How do you like those rumors to spread? It seemed to be Capo Famiglia wouldn't even listen to a little request. I very much doubt anything you said could damage my reputation. I ain't been exiled yet, and as long as I'm still one of them, they won't ignore me. Well, that's some mighty fine looking whiskey you got there. Don't mind if I do. Nothing here is for you to drink. Booze is my lifeblood, man. No love for a brother? You worthless leech. Surely won't be long before you find yourself in exile. If you're lucky enough to get off the hook with just exile, that is. A child could snap that scrawny neck of yours. If I'm gonna go, I'd rather go tied up, tortured for days, covered in tiny little cuts from head to toe. I've got someone you would love to meet. He's a Japanese merchant. I think you two would go along very well together. You sick bastard. You disgust me. Call me a carnal adventurer. Okay, he's into it. I despise the mundane. Last thing I want is to go out like a wet fart. Is this what you came for, to waste my time with your insipid nonsense? Oh, hardly. Surely you have an idea what I'm here for. and how much I need. Hehehe. You damn maggot. A worthless leech, a sick bastard, and a damn maggot. Hehe. What other names you got up your sleeve for me? You son of a... Do you honestly think this is how you ask for a favor? Whoops, excuse me. I beg of thee, O esteemed future capo familia. I'm bone broke, not even enough money to put bread on the table. Could you spare a little for a brother? You brought this on yourself, I'm sure. I hear more than enough stories about you, and hardly any of them pleasant. Drinking, gambling, debauchery. I'm humiliated to be in the same Casca as you. You want to make money playing, you gotta learn the game first. Says the worm who played himself into oblivion. Now, do you honestly believe I'll give you anything? Oh, but you will, you got no choice. Casca rules, you're required to help a fellow countryman. Especially considering how few of us there are stranded on this colossal landmass. You won't even notice the money's missing. It ain't because you can't, but because you don't wanna. But Jacopo being a tight ass does nothing for you. Me, coming to you for help, keeps your good name clean. That's the thing about being boss. You quietly keep little shits like me out of trouble, so that trouble don't come raining back on you. You do not seem to understand your place. Rather than lecturing me, you should be on your hands and knees begging and crying for my help. If that's what you want, I'll gladly comply. Happy to kiss your boots while I'm at it. He's gonna be into it. Don't even think about it. Know this, there won't be a second time. I will be reporting your conduct to the family back home. I look forward to seeing how they deal with you. Just try to have a little mercy, would you? Hey, is there a maid around? It doesn't matter who. How may I serve you, master? Get a single stack from the safe. Here's a key. It goes without saying, but don't touch anything else. Give the money to that man as you're escorting him out of the door. As you wish. Is that all you needed? Yes, now get to it. Very well, excuse me. Well, that's one looker of a maid you got there. There's something, I don't know, eerie, strange about her? Fancy that, we agree on something. How long has she been working here? Couldn't tell you. As I recall, she came with the house. Is that the kind of woman you fancy? A guy you can't read will always be interesting. Is that so? Now that he mentions it, how old is that woman? She is as old as time itself. Though I suppose it doesn't much matter. Oh yeah, Jacopo. One other thing I wanted to talk to you about. What is it this time? And if it's more of your blather, I will shoot you dead where you stand. Nah, no need for threats. This one's about your, better half. What about my wife? Well, to put it simply, yeah. She came to me asking for advice, looking a little distressed. My wife asked you for advice? Yep. From the sounds of it, you're pretty rough on a little lady. Just ain't right, man. You managed to stamp yourself abroad that pretty. You oughta treat her at least a little better, you hear? She looks good with a smile. You gotta make her show it to you every once in a while. Why would she come to you about that? Don't ask me. Maybe she ain't got no one else to talk to? And I am surprised that she would do that. Is he lying? Maybe she ain't got no one else to talk to, and you know, for whatever it's worth, I am part of the same Casca. Guessing she thought I'd get through to you easier? Really, you just have to put a little more thought into how you act around her, and she'll be smiling for you like always. Oh yeah, I've got just the thing. Women love this stuff. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. Is that perfume? Haven't you heard? Everyone's talking about it. Oh no, don't bring up perfume around him. He's gonna freak out. I'm a big fan of this stuff too. It smells great. Pretty girl smiles at you wearing some of this. Any man would be in love in an instant. You've never given her nothing fashionable before, have you? It may look like just scented water, but you can't let that fool you. Go on, give it to her. You like a nice smelling lady too, don't ya? A little bit of scent can give a different flavor to your nighttime excitement. Hee. Vanilla. Well, I've said my piece, so I'll be taking my leave. Don't want to keep your maid waiting too long and get on her bad side. Hold on, Tommaso. Why would she... Make it last. That's all the advice your Uncle Tommy has for you. Ciao. Wait, Tommaso. Very strange. I could go after him. It would be a simple task to catch him, grab him by the neck, make him tell me. Tell me who he spoke with her and what she told him. But why? Why will my legs not move? Asking him for advice, fashionable perfume, her smile. She looks good with a smile. She'll be smiling for you like always. That can't be. She hardly ever smiles around me. But she'll smile for him? Last night, when she was short of breath, having such a grand time wearing that perfume, getting ready to leave the house. Just who was that smile for? God damn it. Don't you think I'll let you run free any longer? His eyebrows were furrowed, creating deep creases on his forehead. Several servants stood off to the side, watching their master attentively as he stomped past them down the corridor. However, no one said a word to him. Had I not been preoccupied attending to his countrymen, I likely could have prevented it. The look on his face would have made it obvious something bad was about to happen. Something that would serve only to further her misfortune. She was already in a less than ideal situation. It seems like to me, if there is any justification for what he's doing, it's just that he's extremely jealous and that he's scared that she's like cheating on him or thinking about someone else or something. And it was perched on the edge of a hill, soon to begin rolling down into even worse territory. Jacopo, what's the matter? If you wanted to visit, you could have said something, rather than coming in without knocking. Is that really necessary? Pardon? Oh my god? Is there something you so desperately want to keep from me that I must knock before entering? That I should have to let you know in advance that I'm coming? What do you... Well, is there? You want to talk to him behind my back, I'm told. What do you tell him? You moan to him about my behavior? Ah, ooh, that hurts. You told him I'm rough with you? You cried on his shoulders because I'm not nice enough? Him, of all people? Wait, Jacopo, you're mistaken. Let me... Silence, not a word, not a single god-forsaken word. The only thing that comes out of your mouth is excuses, lies, and fabrication. You put on this sweet, innocent little girl act, but what's really going on through your head? Maybe I should just rip that mask off your face. Stop, Jacopo. One thing that's been common in all three of the stories so far is the white-haired girl being, like, victimized and having a less than favorable fate, I guess. You look down on me, your nobility, and I'm just a nobody who married into it. No, stop, let go of me, please. When did it start? How long have you been seeing him? Who else have you been seeing? Covering yourself in fashionable perfume and smiling, even though you never smile around me? Oh. Please, let me go. I can see it in your eyes. He's just a wordless commoner. Why would you think that? Why will you not listen to me? Silence, it's all your fault, every last thing. I tell you not to leave the house, but you do. I tell you to do as I say, but you ignore me. Every last thing you do drives me mad. I don't have time right now to deal with this, to drag my mind over you, over a woman. I don't have time for it. Why do you not do as I say? Do you not have enough already, huh? Will you not be satisfied until you've taken even my arms and legs? I've given you money, clothing, everything! You have an incredible life. Look around you, that life of luxury you and your parents wanted, it's right here, you have it. What more could you possibly want? Why do you insist on being unfaithful? Unfaithful? You think that what I'm doing is unfaithful to you? How should I describe it? You leave your room despite my ordering you not to. Don't think I don't know. When you came to the den the other day, you had your eyes on the other men. No, I did not. I had no such inclination. Okay. That does make his actions make a bit more sense. I mean, it's still insane, obviously, but I guess that makes sense. Why he would get mad in those specific situations. Like, when she brought tea to the room, the reason he was mad wasn't really because she was interrupting the business meeting or whatever. It's because there were other men in the room and he was jealous, I guess. Enough, not another word from you. I have no interest in your excuses. If that's how you're gonna act, then say goodbye to your freedom. You're forbidden from leaving the mansion, or your room for that matter, or even speaking to the servants. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll make you a new room. Too many people come in and out of this one. It'll be somewhere quieter, out of the way. Okay, but she's not your prisoner, right? She can just leave? That's what Maria said. Like, in this period, women are allowed to divorce. Out of the way. You like the garden? How about I put it there? If you leave that room without my permission, this time, I'll kill you. Okay, well, if you're gonna kill her, then that's something else. But why will you not listen to me? Jacopo, the master of the house, likely loved the white-haired girl. That is what I saw in their exchange. Normally, love is supposed to be a sweet, warm, wonderful emotion. It makes you care for or value that person even more than yourself. But it was the exact opposite for him. I never knew that love could be such a painful thing. How did this love end up so twisted? What did he expect to happen by confining and abusing the woman he loved? Perhaps he was conscious of that. To be human is to sometimes find oneself driven by uncontrollable internal impulses. A few days later, Jacopo dragged the white-haired girl from her chamber and led her outside. The garden she had once loved was now a thing of the past. It had become a dreary space, nary a rose in sight. It had been taken there, did nothing to improve her mood, only saddened her further. The cold, grey piles of metal freckling the barren earth seemed to mock her. Her husband led her, the lady of the house, to a shed that had been repurposed into a Spartan living area. She begged and pleaded, but Jacopo would not have it. He shoved her into the sad little shack and locked the door. it's it's so like absurd. Like at least this is better than being fucking tortured and killed by a mob of angry villagers in the last story. How did things end up this way? Why? All I wanted was to go back to the way things used to be, for us to be able to smile around each other. It had been several days since Jacopo had locked her in the shed, and her day-to-day life was only growing more arduous. She was under constant surveillance. The door was only unlocked to deliver her meals 3 times a day. And despite what an unfortunate situation the employee's wife found herself in, the maid shouted and gossiped and giggled freely. Not even in the shadows, out of her presence, the tactless young maidservants whispered directly to the white-haired girl when they brought her meals. Okay, but you're maids, right? You're like employed. Wouldn't you like call the police when you see that the wife is being fucking locked in the shed? Like, look at you, madam, cage away like cattle. I could almost hear the sound of cracks forming in her heart. I imagined she had gotten to the point where she was having difficulty merely holding herself together. She had done nothing wrong, and yet she was forced to live this life of insults and mockery, of ridicule. The only reason her tenuously held together spirit did not completely shatter was because she still had her one and only ally. The maid Maria volunteered to attend to the white-haired girl. Wait a second. I just had like a fucking... No, okay, never mind. I was gonna say something stupid. I was gonna say, is Maria not real and she's like her imaginary friend or something? But no, because we saw a scene where Maria spoke to Jacopo one-on-one. But in the ballroom scene, I couldn't remember if... In the ballroom scene, I don't remember if Jacopo talked to Maria directly. But there was that scene of Maria talking to Jacopo, so I guess that's not it. The maid Maria volunteered to attend to the white-haired girl. Maria took over the duty of delivering her 3 meals, meaning the other maids stopped coming by, and that relieved the white-haired girl's mental and emotional stress considerably. Maria became her sole conversational partner, her sole companion. She did not leave as soon as meals were finished, instead remaining in the shed with the white-haired girl for some time. So, madam, how about a funny story? I flubbed pretty hard the other day. You want to hear about that? You're not allowed to talk to her. So a couple days back, I didn't get enough sleep the previous night, right? I'm helping out in the kitchen, half awake, cleaning up some food. And when I go to bring it out to the guest, my heart about leaps out of my mouth. Guess why? What I thought was a plate was actually an ashtray. Man, I was sweating like a pig. That's very funny. The guest didn't seem to notice, but the other maids were pale as ghosts the entire time. Just about everyone had themselves a case of the vapors. I got quite the tongue lashing at cleanup. Pretty funny, huh? Oh, did you? Sounds like it was a pretty bad day. Yeah. Not as bad as my day, though. Hey, madam. I know there's not much point in telling you to cheer up right now. But I'm sure he won't keep you locked up forever. He's just a bit crabbier for now. It'll be alright. Although, I guess it's a bit drastic for a temper tantrum. I'm sorry, madam. If only I'd pushed him a bit harder. If only I had a little more influence, you might not be in this situation. I thought I could be of some help, but I guess I'm not doing a great job with that. Of course not, Maria. You absolutely are. Just your being here, it takes a great weight off my shoulders. Still, though, I feel so worthless. Because I'm just a maid, I can't set you free. It's okay. I'm used to being imprisoned. What? What do you mean you're used to it? You never locked your door before. Ah, you're right. I'm not sure why, but I feel as though I've been in a similar predicament before, lacking freedom and contact with others for a long stretch of time. Which story? That wasn't the first story. Because you were with your dad and then you were a maid. And that wasn't the second story, because you were, I guess you were blind, but you were with the beast in the mansion, and before that you were with your mom, right? Is this a previous story we haven't seen yet? I'm sure it's simply the exhaustion getting to you, madam. No one should ever be used to living like this. Yes, I agree. And I pray things go back to the way they were soon. The only thing I'm thinking of is the story that the white-haired girl told. In the first story about like the princess locked up in the tower or whatever that sent messages with the pigeon. Yes, I agree, and I pray things go back to the way they were soon. Has getting mad at him ever crossed your mind? Getting mad? Yeah, you know, when he yells, when he yells, you yell back. Let him know he's in the wrong. Never considered doing that? I guess you're not one to get angry, madam. Which would mean you're better fit for the Holy Mother than me. Oh no, I do sometimes want to get angry. To tell you the truth, it's almost always going through my mind how, if I did raise my voice, perhaps he would listen to what I have to say. When I'm standing there in front of him and he starts shouting at me, I freeze up and end up not saying a word. I'm just such a pitiful woman, everything about me. When I need to speak up most, to stand up for myself, I cannot. Oh, don't look so down. That's not a bad thing, it just got you in a little bit of a pickle right now. But I'll clear everything up with him, you hear me? In my mind, your modesty is a virtue. And the more I think about it, I can't even imagine you screaming. I like you better the way you are, reserved and ladylike. You can leave all the yelling to me. I'll do whatever I can to help you, madam. Like, this is giving big imaginary friends vibe, right? Like, were you able to clear up his confusion about the night when we were dancing? Oh, about that. Sorry, he just wouldn't hear it. I see. But I'm not throwing in the towel. I'll keep trying as long as it takes. So, say, Maria, could I perhaps ask another favor? Huh? Yeah, sure, let me have it. I would like to write him a letter. A letter to someone who lives in the same house? Yes. As things stand, I cannot simply go visit on a whim, and I feel as though I could calmly express on paper things I am unable to say to him face to face. I suspect I might have more luck that way. I also believe he would be more likely to maintain his composure reading my thoughts in a letter than hearing them from my mouth. With it, I can clear up all the confusion, and things can go back to the way they were. A letter, huh? Interesting. I'll write the letter, which I would like you to deliver to him. May I ask that of you? Absolutely, not a problem. Thank you, Maria. You're the only person I can count on, and I mean that. Why? How did this happen? Why would she betray me? I wanted to give her a decently happy life. I didn't want to get violent with her. Yet when I saw her face, when I heard what she had to say, I couldn't restrain myself. I guess what it comes down to is that, no matter how you dress it up, I'm still a Bear Zadi. It was never any way for this bloodline to give that girl happiness. What the fuck does that mean? God damn it. Why am I fretting over this nonsense? And I'm supposed to be the future head? Huh. Yeah, I remember. An illusion. But they're dancing, they really are. And they look like they're having a wonderful time. Are you sure it's an illusion and not something else? To me, it does not seem to be. I cannot see it as anything but two tiny people dancing. That's how it works. Reach out your hand and try to grab them. You won't be able to. Oh, you're right. That's a shame. I didn't think you actually would, but it's the most precious thing. They look as if they're dancing without my palm. It's almost frightening how much innocence rests within those hands. It's as if they've been completely cut off from all the world's filth. My hands, however, are soaked in blood. I fear that bringing her into my world may taint her. Am I capable of protecting this woman's purity? And yet, as I watched her so joyously playing, I felt as though I had gotten close to her. I was the one being a child that day. Jacopo, it's me, Maria. Is it alright if I come in? Ah, Maria. It's fine, come in. Alrighty. Color me surprised. I didn't think you'd let me in. Have I ever denied you access to my room? Nope, but you've been looking pretty glum lately. I've never exactly been the cheering man. Ha, true enough. I know you told me before not to talk about your wife, but I'm going to stick my nose where it doesn't belong today. There's been a lot of chatter among the maids lately about you getting rough with her. I mean, you've got the poor thing locked up in the shed outside. You're not leaving the best impression on anyone. You here to box my ears? I don't know, 50-50? The other half is, I'm concerned about you. I know you're not the kind of man to tread on someone without a good reason. You're not. I thought you were friends with her. I am, and it hurts seeing her in so much pain. Then why does that not change the way you act around me? I would think you'd be scorning me with the rest of the maids. Yeah, I would think so too. Oh, I see how it is. You don't trust me. No, we've known each other for so long. This isn't a question of whose side I'm on. What do you mean we've known each other for so long? You're in pain too, I can see that. You've always bottled things up, kept them hidden. You're too proud to rely on others. But you should probably vent to someone before it reaches the point where it no longer can. Say, Jacopo, do you remember the promise we made a while back? How far back? Back when you were still shorter than me. Okay, so you've known each other since you were young? You were 14 and I was 12. I had to leave town and you came to see me off. I was 14, you were 14 and I was 12. Quite frankly, I didn't think you'd come. I was surprised, even if I didn't show it. Jacopo? Where's your dad? Why are you here alone? He didn't even tell me. Ah, there's no reason you have to leave town. My old man says the Campanalas have more power. I should be the one leaving. It's not that simple. Grown-ups have a lot to consider. So don't give me that look, Jacopo. Is this some fucking gang warfare? We were kids, but we both kind of started to catch on to the situation with our families and to the bonds that land held on us. Although we didn't know any of the details at the time. My grandpa owned all the land the city was built on, but he was a very conservative man. He didn't try to spread his influence, instead opting to fortify what he already had. I don't know exactly when it first started, but organizations were used to administrate cities. And when we were kids, my dad was the Capo Famiglia, and my grandpa is consigliere. I know that from Town of Salem, but just because he was an advisor didn't mean he was powerless. While my dad made the decisions, my grandpa was the only one allowed to fight him on them. Your father was a capo di sina that served under my dad. He wasn't especially happy about that. But parents quarreling doesn't affect their kids, or at least that's what I taught at the time. What you probably taught too. But there was still a chance we could be caught in a crossfire, so my dad decided to send me and my mom away. I don't understand. Okay, hang on. My grandpa owned all the land. Okay. Capo di Sina that served under my dad. What is a Capo di Sina? A high-ranking member of a mafia crime family. Okay. Why are her dad and your dad fighting if her dad serves your dad? He wasn't especially happy about that. Why? I don't get it. Off the island and to the north were some more prosperous areas. Wait, Maria is also from Italy? Why does she have like a southern accent? He thought that by sending us there, we could live our lives clean, regardless of where we came from. There's no changing what's in your blood, though. You could have told me too. Or were you planning on leaving without saying anything? No, it's just all decided so quickly. Why do you sound so accepting? Adults have a lot to consider, you bet they do. But you could at least let them know you're opposed to it, Maria. But no, your tail went straight between your legs as soon as you were told. You just gave up and accepted it straight away. I thought you were better than that. You think I don't know that? I'll just be in my dad's way if I stay. I'm a kid, a girl. I wouldn't be of any help if something happened. I don't want to need someone to protect me. I've never once thought of you as a girl. Hey now, that's mean. Oh geez, thanks Jacopo, now you're getting me all mushy too. If anyone should be sad here, it's me. I'm not sad. Oh really? You sure you're not actually torn that I won't be around anymore? You're a huge crybaby after all, Jacopino. Jacopino? Hey, when have I ever cried, and don't call me that. Aha, I made you mad. Short fuse as ever, I see. You've got to learn to keep your head. You're a man and inherited the Berzati family. Hang on. Okay. Don't you lecture me. Tusk, so pig-headed. You could at least listen to me this once before I'm gone. Hey, Maria. Got a little time to spare? Yeah, sure, but not much. The carriage is gonna be here soon. Do you have enough for a trip to the hill and back? Yeah, I should have time for that. Because of our families, we weren't really able to get along with the other kids in the city, so we played it a lot up at the top of that hill. It became kind of like a little secret lair. There was an abandoned house up there, I guess an old farmhouse or something, and kids love that sort of thing, you know? We called it Casa Nostra, our home, and we pretended it was actually ours. We drew circles in the walls in chalk and used it for target practice. We brought up a bale of straw and used it to make a makeshift bed. Wait, I'm sorry. Target practice with guns? Or when either of us got into fights with our parents, we'd stay the night here instead of home. In retrospect, I'm sure they knew where we were going and just let us do our thing. Oh yeah, there was this one time we were playing and had a huge storm rolled in. Trapping us up there. The wind wasn't just howling, it was screaming bloody murder. It was blowing so hard I thought the house might fly away. As I recall, you were crying that night. Hey, Nero, you here to see me off too? There you go, wagging your tail with that dumb look on your face. You have no idea what's going on, do you? It wasn't just the two of us who had made Casa Nostra our home base, though. There was one more, a stray black dog. I'm pretty sure it didn't actually have black fur, though, and it was just really, really dirty. Of course he doesn't. He's a stupid animal. But don't talk about him like that. He's one of us. What are we planning to do about Nero? Just leave him behind? Nothing else I can do. Can't bring a dog in the carriage. Besides, you're here, so it'll be fine. You take care of Nero, alright? He doesn't like me. You're the only one who can take care of him. Maybe so, but I'm not coming back. He'll starve to death if you don't figure something out. He's a puny runt. I thought he could win in a fight for scraps. Come on, do it for me. You said you won't be coming back. Did you mean that? Are you absolutely never returning to this town? There's no telling what may or may not happen, so it's best not to get your hopes up. Better that than the pain of getting let down. Well, I've turned into quite the cynic, huh? Maybe if I'd been born into a more normal family, I'd be in my room in a pile of dolls right about now, my head in the clouds. I can't imagine you doing that, nor do I think that's normal. Haha, well said. Stop that, Nero. Quit licking me. Haha, the tickles, and you reek. Maria. What is it? Come back. I don't care if you don't know when it'll be. Just don't say you'll never return. No one knows how things are going to end up. Maybe my old man will gain more power, or maybe yours will. If things continue as they are, it'll be your old man. Then, down the line, I will work in service of the Campanella family. And that's just fine by me. But even if that's not the future that lies ahead, I promise I will make a place for you. So, Maria. Question. Do you have a crush on me? What? Kidding, I'm just kidding. No need for conniption fit. What? I was just playing around. What is conniption? A fit of rage or hysterics. Okay. Here I am trying to have a serious conversation, and then you listen to me. I don't have any of those. You know, those kinds of feeling for you. I consider you a lifelong friend, my one and only friend. That's why I came to see you off, and that's why I'm telling you this now. Whether you're a girl or a boy is irrelevant. Friendship lasts much longer than something so fanciful as romance. Am I wrong? Haha. Don't laugh, damn it. It's humiliating. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I agree entirely. Yeah, we've always been on the same page, Jacopo. Are you sure? Are you sure you agree? Maybe we did fight a lot, but there wasn't one we didn't get through. No one else understood just how lonely it was, wearing a mask for all the other kids, trying to fit into their happy little circle. We couldn't afford to be found out after all. What does that mean? You mean that you're part of a crime family? Neither of us had any real allies, except for each other, of course. Nope. I'm glad I got the chance to play with you. If you hadn't been there, I probably wouldn't have bothered caring for Nero either. It was too funny watching him chase you around. You're a sick girl, Maria. Haha. I wanna... Let's check something at the start of the scene. Okay. Haha. So, Jacopo, this place will still be Casa Nostra even after I leave, right? You won't do anything to it, will you? Of course not. This is our home. That was always the plan. Alright, thanks. Though you know, you being all nice is kind of creepy, Jacopo. It's not gonna start snowing, is it? How rude. Haha. Well, if you're gonna be like that, I'm not sure I want to give it to you. Huh? Give what? A present? You should have said so sooner. Gimme. You don't have a shred of tact, do you? What's it matter? Come on, what do you bring? Let me have it, soldier. Oh, Maria. Oh. Consider this a temporary parting gift. He'd been wanting one of these for a while. Oh, is that a cartridge? From a Colt Navy? Like a gun? No way, did you swipe it? I'll probably catch hell for it too. Wow, this is amazing. I always wanted to get my hands on the real thing. What are you going to do with just a cartridge? This is from the one hanging up in your house, isn't it? The one your dad was bragging about. They just started selling them this year, and it's ridiculously hard to get your hands on one, or so I hear. Man, guns from the New World are something else, alright. Just imagining the moment the hammers come down crashing down on the back of this sends shells down my spine. Are you sure you're a girl going crazy over a bullet cartridge? What's the big deal? I like what I like. You'll get in trouble if you don't put this back though, won't you? Don't worry, I'll return it when you return. And I won't tell anyone I gave it to you. Okay, well I guess I'll take you up on that then. Thanks, Jacopo. That'll be my treasure. This goes without saying, but don't you lose it. I'm giving it to you as a symbol of our friendship. No matter how far apart we may be, or how much time may pass, or how things play out with our families, we will always be friends. That cartridge symbolizes that promise. It's a promise, Jacopo. Our families may outwardly hate each other, but I'll always be your friend. I'll always be on your side. And don't you ever go back on those words. I swear upon this glorious cartridge, this historic land, and the names of my ancestor, I shall not make myself a liar. I trust you, Maria. We'll meet again. It may be many years from now, but that won't change a thing. Our friendship will never fade. That was a pretty long scene. So I guess you haven't told the white-haired girl that you've known Jacopo for a long time because you want to keep your ties to the fucking mafia family a secret, I guess. God, you were adorable back then. And short to boot. But now you've hardened so much. I was flabbergasted when I next saw you. Dressed all fancy from head to toe, you'd become quite the smug little bastard, I thought. You sure weren't that little kid anymore. You have quite the memory. Well, yeah, I don't forget my promises, and I never forgot I said I'll always be on your side. Oh. The question is, did you remember? I did. I remember every word you said that day. And as I said, I left Casa Nostra as it was. Though, it is quite some distance away now. I imagine if we went back and did a little work on it, we could have it looking just like old times. And Nero? About a year after you left, he suddenly disappeared. And just for the record, I did take care of him, as you told me to. I'm guessing got in a fight with another stray dog or something. I searched, but could never find him. Ah, well. It has been more than a decade. Not everything's gonna be exactly the same. You, however, haven't changed a bit from the girl you were all those years ago. Neither have you. Sure, you seem different on the outside, but at your core, I believe you haven't changed at all. Still the same old Jacopino. Could you not call me that? Haha. I have changed quite a bit, unlike you, and I am well aware of it. Say, Jacopo, do you consider me supportive? Of everything you could have said? Of course you are. You're constantly supporting me, past and present. You are proof of the existence of a kind of friendship that can transcend gender, blood, and any other such distinctions. You know, it's honestly kind of bizarre seeing you without a stick up your ass. Wow, harsh words. Come on now, hear me out. You almost had me blushing there. Anyway, before you put that stick back up there, tell me something. Am I still your only ally? You are. Of everyone in the mansion, I'm the only one? Yes. If she would at least have a little more... The madam? I didn't actually intend to treat her like that. Believe me, Jacopo, I know. I mean, from a girl's perspective, what you did is pretty awful. I think from anyone's perspective. But hey, I'm not a girl. According to you, anyway. That's a good line. I will always be on your side, no matter what. No matter what. God, I feel as though I'm being consoled. That's what I was going for. I should have never opened up to you. Haha. Hey, now's probably not the best time to bring this up, but I have a letter. A letter? Written by the madam, here. A letter from my wife, let me see it. What the hell am I reading? I was considering keeping it secret, but having seen it, I thought hiding it from you might only hurt you more, so I decided it was best to show you. Who is this? Who is this letter for? It's as if, but I can't. I love you? Who is she writing to? I don't know this man. Take a deep take a deep breath, Jacopo, and listen to me. Madam is having an affair. Okay, so that's what's going on. Maria is it's, I said this last time. Maria is like spurging on Jacopo into thinking that the white-haired girl is having an affair, and that's what's making him like so jealous and so freaked out. She's like That's why she intentionally, like I said last time, with the dance and everything. Because she knew that Jacopo would return. She's intentionally, like, trying to drive a wedge between them. I haven't changed a bit. If you seriously believe that, then I've got news for you, pal. Anyone who acts exactly the same as they did in the past is doing just that, acting. Much like I do around you. Oh, evil, Maria. Our friendship will never change? Ha, what a fucking joke. You picked the wrong girl to put your trust in. And they call you astute. Can you taste the fucking irony? Well, that just makes things easier for me. But my god, it's suffocating playing the good girl. I gotta put on my Joker voice. It's suffocating playing the good girl. That stupidly cheerful little ray of sunshine, Maria. Ugh, sickening. On the other hand, the payoff is fantastic. I can't stop. God, watching him lose his cool was incredible. My side is hurt just thinking about it. You're telling me she wrote this? Who else could have written it? It's in her handwriting. Why must she continue to betray me? Has she not taken enough already? What else could she possibly want from me? I would stay away from my gatherings. I had the Rose Garden tore down, and yet still, she finds other men. I warned her, told her it wouldn't happen again. That if she betrayed me one more time, I'd kill her. Jacopo. Out of my way, Maria. I have to talk to her. Ask her what this letter's about, who this man is, and depending on how she answers. Hold it, Jacopo, calm down. Sounds, how am I supposed to stay calm right now? Listen to me, relax. You try to talk to her right now, and you aren't going to get anywhere. You're aware of just how frenzied you are, aren't you? Besides, you think she's going to tell you the truth even if you do manage to ask? Of course not. She may look all prim and proper, but that's not the real her. I don't think she's a bad person, but not a bad person. The woman who wrote this letter to another man, she crossed a line, you hear me? I agree with you there. She's gone too far with this letter. But remember, she's your wife and the daughter of a noble. You know exactly what will happen if you lose control of yourself and do something to her. It's not gonna look good for you. She may be an ability, but I have the Casca, who have our own way of taking care of these kinds of problems. Still, as plain as day, it'll only make a bigger mess. No one else knows about this yet. Are you telling me to act like nothing's happening? When she's so blatantly disrespecting me? Jacopo, could you let me take care of it? I'm friends with the madam, you know that. She'll listen to me. So I'll make sure it gets through to her. Just how much you care about her. I couldn't ask you, it would be disgraceful. That's nothing to be ashamed of. What did I tell you? I'm on your side and you're on mine. We're in this together. You can ask me things you can ask others to do. I have tight lips. Anything you ask, I'll keep absolutely under wraps. Damn it! You're right, yes, you're right. I'm well aware that I always lose myself in your presence. If I try talking to you now, I probably will do something rash, yes. I'll make sure everything works out, got it? You and the madam can go back to the way things used to be, so you don't have to suffer anymore. I'll take care of it. I'm the only one who understands your pain, and I'm the only one who can help you out of it. Maria. But don't make that face, Jacopino. Thank you, Maria. Please, let her know. That even if she is seeing other men, and even if she does soundly mock me for not being of noble blood, that I still love her. That I don't want to raise my hand against her. You love her? That's a riot. You're too busy chasing your stack of paper. You don't have what it takes to truly love a woman. I will say though, I was surprised you lost your head that badly. Quite the little crush you've got on her. You could just sit down and talk to her like a rational human being, and presto, all your problems would be solved. But you can't even manage that, which is why you're in this predicament. Once you're convinced of something, Jacopo, you never let go of it. And she's too timid to speak up for herself. Sorry, madam. I got nothing against you. I just didn't expect things to go quite this well. There's no stopping now, not when I've got this much momentum. Also, watching a pretty girl like you break down gives me goosebumps. You're still convinced I'm the only person you can trust? She's about to fucking kick a puppy and burn down an orphanage while twirling her mustache. How did he react to the letter? Well, yeah, about that. Would he not take it? Oh no, he took it, just, don't feel too bad about this, madam. He said he's too busy with work, and tossed the letter aside. I told him to make sure he writes you a reply, but he hasn't gotten around to it at all. I see. That's a shame. It kills me to see you like this, madam. I don't get why he has to be so heartless. Not even taking a little bit of time out of his day to read a letter you pour your soul into writing. It's unacceptable. I'm sure he really is busy. He did not throw it away though, did he? I imagine he means to read it when he has more time. Madam, after everything he's done to you, you still think he means well? I have faith. My timing was poor, that's all. I believe in him. I believe that the day will come when he gives me his attention again, as he did before. Madam. So, could I ask you to believe with me, Maria? Have faith that he will once more show me his love, and that mine will reach him? Something tells me that it will all work out if you pray for it. Yeah, okay. If you're fine with me praying, I'll pray. I'll get down on my knees for you, madam. I'll have faith. Thank you. I would like to write another letter. When it is complete, could I ask you to deliver it to him? I'll give him as many as you want. As many as it takes for you to get through to him. You really ought to learn not to be so trusting, madam. This world isn't perfect. Take a real close look, and you'll see exactly what it was that ground your happy little life into dust. Thank you, Maria. Haha, I'm the reincarnation of the Mother of God. Oh God, I can't hold back the laughter. This is a stage of my own creation. Okay, calm down, Kefka. We didn't have enough actors, so the playwright had to take on a role herself. That only adds to the excitement. Yes, this is all my masterpiece. They're just ignoring puppets dancing to my tune. From the first shot to the last, blind to whose finger is sitting on the trigger. Who are you talking to? You're just going on a monologue right now? Listen to me, Jacopo, and try to keep your head. I saw the madam, meeting with another man behind your back. You know the ark in the rose garden? The far side's out of sight of the mansion, making the perfect place to hide. I saw her back there. From the looks of it, the madam is having her meetings with one of the men who comes to your business gatherings, and they don't act like they're just friends. But just to be clear, I don't have any solid proof. So it'd be best if you didn't mention this to her yet. You wouldn't want to start throwing around the accusation and only find out too late it was all a big misunderstanding. Okay, I actually don't like this. I don't know if I should talk about this now or say it later, but she's acting like a mastermind, but her plan is so stupid. As she said, if any one of them actually said one word to the other, the misunderstanding would get immediately cleared up and Maria would be in trouble. This only happens because neither of them is willing to communicate with the other without saying it in very halfway, with being unclear with the way they're talking. In real life, this plan would never ever work. This is so contrived. I'll get to the bottom of it to you. I think the madam might have her eyes on several men. Being a woman, I can tell these things. She's giving these suggestive looks, but to whom I can't pinpoint. A lot of people come in and out of this house after all. What, you want to keep her from leaving her room? That might be for the best. With so much going so well, it makes me think even God's on my side. They could just talk it over with one another. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they won't, and they're in deeper and deeper shit for it. Okay, but if they do talk to each other, you're fucked, right? Your plan is just completely relying on them never saying a single thing to each other? You're the only one I can trust, Maria. And the timing that night, my God, it was perfect. Hey, Jacopo, I could just be misreading her, but something seems off about the madam. Like she's been on edge or something. I tried to egg her into revealing what's going on, and she lets up that she might be going out somewhere tonight. She's not going with you, is she? You're going out to survey a construction site today, right? Yeah, so I guess you get that taken care of quickly. A dance at this time of night? Yep, it's so late, no loud music. All I get is a little whistling courtesy of me. But this room is too small for it. We'll use the Great Hall. Wouldn't that put us in everyone else's way? He would probably complain about the noise too. No need to worry. Jacopo's out inspecting some factory or something today. After that, he's got a meeting, so he'll be staying the night elsewhere. I thought you would not be back until tomorrow. And how would you know that? No, forget that. Does my staying the night elsewhere have any effect on you? You were just waiting for this opportunity, weren't you? No, what would I possibly want you out of the house for? I'm sure you know better than anyone. What is that smell? Perfume? When you get a perfume, I have to say, you seem to be having quite the time. Look at you. You're out of breath, red as a beet. You made the right decision coming back. What the hell were you doing? Or where the hell were you going? I'm sorry, this is all my fault. If I didn't ask you to dance, can we bring the perfume only made things worse? No, you need not feel bad about anything, Maria. Everything you did was with my best interest at heart. And then she says ... She doesn't even suspect me in the slightest. Oh, and I was able to put that perfume to great use. The money-sucking leech Tommaso showed up at the perfect time too. I'm pretty sure that's when Jacopo started getting actively violent. A jealous man is a wonderful thing. Always imagining the worst and making matters worse for it. Okay, at least I did predict this. From the beginning I've been saying that Maria is sus and that she's obviously got something going on. And I did say last time also that this seemed like there was going to be a twist that justified Jacopo's actions because what he was doing seemed completely insane. And it is also that, so I think this is a victory for me. Whoa, is that you, Tommaso? It's been so long. What brings you here? Oh, look at who it is. Little Miss Campanella. That's a surprise. That's a surprise. There's a surprise. Didn't expect to see you this side of the Great Blue. Oh, you know, I've been giving Jacopo a hand. Oh, well, color me impressed. After what happened, I wouldn't have thought you'd want nothing to do with him. That was between your parents. Jacopo didn't have anything to do with it. Well, it would sure be nice for all your younger generations to go through life without nothing to spark that kind of powder keg. Now that it's my place to talk. You need to worry yourself about any of that. So what brings you here, Tommaso? I'm a little, you know how it is. Having a bit of trouble to stay afloat. Ah, I see. So you're here to beg for offerings? Pretty shameless, Tommaso. No point in having shame if it ain't making money. Toss that out with the chamber pot. Ah, it might make things easier if I just quit being human altogether. Are you that hard for cash? Unfortunately, numbers were supposed to go up, but for some reason they ended up going down instead. What do you mean, numbers always go up? Might be best if you kick the gambling a bit. Habit. No, that's like telling me to go off myself. Ha, I bet. So say, Tommaso, maybe I could pitch in a bit too? Oh, you mean it? That'd be a huge help. Ha, there's seriously not a scrap of shame in you. However, in exchange, I'd like you to do something for me. Someone whose face needs a visit from my fist? Depends on the number. I could also possibly cut him into chunks and toss him into the ocean. Whoa, keep it clean. I'm not asking you to do anything like that. What is it then? Something a lowlife like me can do? It'll be easy. And it's nothing bad either. You're going to go talk to Jacopo, aren't you? Well, there's something I'd like you to tell him while you're at it. You know he's married, right? He can get pretty nasty with his wife, though. That's so? Sounds like she's got it rough. She does, and she's religiously devoted to him, too. I've been trying to nudge things in the right direction to get her back on good terms with him, but I haven't had much luck. Ain't that something the two of them should work through? Normally, yes, but it's reached a point where I can't practice back and watch anymore. I don't like seeing the two of them. Okay, I get it. I get what she's doing. This scene is going on a bit too long. I don't like seeing the two of them in pain. I want to do something for them. How noble. You're pretty devoted to yourself, little lady. Yeah, I'm not important right now. Just doing the right thing. But the thing is, Jacopo won't hear a word of it. I figured maybe you, being a man, may be able to get through to him a little better than me. Doubt he'd listen to me either, to be honest. Come on, you used to be really close though. And I like he hates you. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Anywho, talking is something anyone can do. So what do you want me to tell him? I need to give him a bit of a scolding. Tell him the madam came to you asking for advice, and then she accidentally let slip that the way he treats her day to day causes her grief. I've never met this wife of his before, you know. It works even better that way. She's so downtrodden, she can't talk to anyone about it, and she thought that maybe you, being family, might be able to help. She's never met you, but she's still lashed into the ray of hope. And I'm sure when Jacopo finds out she brought it up with the family, he'll know he can't keep mistreating her. Things like this, they hit home harder when they come from someone on the outside. You make a decent point. Just remember, little lady, all I can do is bring it up to them. Can't guarantee I'll change nothing. That's all I need you to do. Thanks a bunch, Tommaso. Alright, one more thing. This is some perfume that's been quite popular recently. Ask him to give it to the madam as a gift. If she won't take it, you keep it. Give it to another woman, sell it, whatever you want. Okay, because she's trying to make it look like he gave her the perfume on the other day that she was wearing. Perfume, eh? Very thoughtful of you. Women do like getting gifts like that. Yes, we do. If Bear Jacopo gives her some of that, they'll be lovebirds again before you know it. I'm sure of it. Never thought the day would come when I got to play Cupid. I'm starting to get kind of excited about this. Stay focused, Tommaso, and thanks. Also, you didn't hear any of this from me. I'll find who's pulling the strings from the shadows. Their relationship's in complete shambles, and Jacopo still insists he fucking loves her, and the madam says she still believes in him. Haha, seriously, how stupid can you be? Poor Jacopo, poor madam. Now then, let's see where this boulder rolls to next, and how far it keeps rolling. Naturally, I will be nudging it along its way. Okay, fucking Joker. Because after all, a play lives or dies by the director's hands. This is so cringe. Okay, let's stop here for now. Okay, I did call the twist, so I'm happy about that. I mean, I didn't literally call, like, exactly everything, but I did call that, like, Maria was doing something sus, and that there was something justifying Jacopo's action a little bit. Oh, why can't I save? Oh, okay. And that was correct. Still though, from a storytelling perspective, I think this is definitely gonna end up being my least favorite stories of the tree by far. This is just something with me. I absolutely hate stories where the plot only happens because the characters are unable to talk to one another. Like, it is so ridiculous and absurd. Like, Maria's plan would never ever work in a million years with anybody in real life. It is insane. It's not even that they don't talk to each other. They do talk to each other, but when they do, they like cut themselves off before saying important information, and like they specifically don't say the things that would specifically make the other person realize that they're being lied to. Like, it's so contrived, and it's so like, okay, come on, like, this is, I mean, I get that they Maria did mention that, like, oh, if they talk to each other my plan would be revealed, but they're not. It's all going perfectly. But like, that kind of just feels like lampshading to me. Like, I'm not a fan of this. Yeah, I don't know. It feels very contrived. Like, there's so many things they could have said or even mentioned to one another that could have completely ruined the plan. Like, it's and why is she doing this? I guess she just wants to marry Jacopo herself, or maybe she's just a joker. She just fucking loves seeing people in misery. That could be it from the way she was acting there, with her fucking villain monologue to the camera. A play lives or dies by the director's hands. Indeed. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna stop here for now. The story's probably gonna finish next time, if I had to guess. Most of the stories so far have been around 3 episodes, and we did like a bit of the story in no, we did a bit of the end of the second story and the start of the third story in the same episode. So I would bet that the story is gonna end next time, probably. So excited to see how the story's gonna end. Let me predict how this is gonna end. I gotta use my storytelling abilities to predict this. How's it gonna end? How's it gonna end? It's gotta end tragically, because every story's ended like with a sad ending. Um, is Jacopo gonna do like a fucking murder suicide or something? Or yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be an ending where like Maria's plan like fully works and she gets what she wants. She's probably gonna like die or something by the end of the story, but um, it's not gonna end well for Jacopo or the white-haired girl either. It's probably gonna just end badly for everyone in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how, but that's probably how it's gonna end. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna end here for now. See you next time.